BMI BS. Now that might seem like a really strong thing to say, BMI is BS. And it's not 100%, but as a healthcare professional, I find the BMI calculator really frustrating. So what is the BMI? So basically, as healthcare professionals, what we do is we take your weight, we correlate it against your height, and this gives us a number. And it puts you within a range. A normal BMI would be between 18.5 and 25, and you're considered to be in a healthy weight bracket. If your weight is 26 to 30, you're considered overweight, and if it's 31 plus, then you're considered obese. Equally, if your BMI is under 18.5, you are considered underweight. One of my biggest frustrations with this calculator is that it can determine for some people whether they get NHS funded fertility treatment. Not all places, but some places have it as a marker. And the reason that's really frustrating is because having a raised BMI doesn't mean that you are unfit or unhealthy. You can have the complete opposite. You can have some people that have a normal BMI, but they eat, processed foods every day, they don't exercise. And then you can have people that are considered overweight that are actually very active, very healthy, they eat well. When we look at rugby players, for example, they are considered to have a raised BMI. But in actual fact, they're professional athletes. Like, their job is exercising. So you can't say that when somebody's profession is exercising, working out, running around, that they're unhealthy. So this is where the BMI falters, and it's been a reliable marker for a long time, and it does have its place in some cases, but it doesn't look at the overall picture, and that's one of the most frustrating things about it. However, if you are watching this and you have a raised BMI and you're thinking, oh, excellent, she's saying that my BMI isn't important, it doesn't completely get you off the hook. What I mean is it's important that you're healthy. So if you have a raised BMI and you never exercise and you are eating processed foods all the time, then that doesn't equal health. So really focus on your health rather than the numbers. Many people, when they're told they have a raised BMI and that they might not qualify for treatment, or they might face like shaming from healthcare professionals or from other people because you're considered overweight, so you're not going to get pregnant, or you need to do this. It's very tempting to go on like rapid weight loss programs, and this is actually really unhelpful for your overall health. Your general health is poorly impacted when you just go on like a calorie counting diet, or you just start skipping meals. These kind of diets are not helpful to you. What you need to do is have a bit of an overhaul. So look at what you're eating, the timings of when you're eating, how often you're exercising, how are you staying healthy. This is the model that you want to go with. There is one model that I really like, and that's called Health at Every Size, HAES. And this is a very holistic tool when looking at weight. You're looking at health and lifestyle enhancement. You're looking at eating well for your health. We're looking at healthcare professionals being inclusive and not weight shaming people. And we're looking at being respectful to individuals of any size. Now, some areas in fertility unfortunately are linked to raised BMI, and that is in examples of PCOS. Now, with PCOS, I have talked about this a bit in the program, but with PCOS, it's, you hear so many faddy things of, if you lose weight, your PCOS will just disappear. It won't. If you crash diet, if you cut carbs, if you cut dairy, all these things will help with PCOS. In actual fact, that's not true. The best thing you can do with PCOS is watch what you're eating. Cut the refined sugars, carbohydrates, reduce them down, introduce a lot more fibre into your diet. Eat the rainbow of foods that we always recommend that you eat. When we say rainbow, we mean that you're eating a rainbow. So you're staying away from brown foods. So you're staying away from potatoes, chips, deep fried things, pastas, those kind of stuff as your main source of nutrition. And you're moving to colourful things, fruits and vegetables are very, very colourful, very rainbow-like. So if you think of your diet as focusing on the rainbow, then that helps you to know what kind of things are inclusive within that diet. I do recommend that you see a dietitian or a nutritionalist, and you may be able to get a referral from your GP or your fertility clinic. You may need to pay privately as well, that's a possibility. So if you feel that you need it and you're in the financial position that you can afford it, you can look into that. There are some things available online as well. You can do different programs. A specific fertility diet program can be really useful as well. I would just encourage you to steer clear of the faddy ones, or the ones that guarantee weight loss. The ones that encourage you to skip meals or to count calories, I would definitely steer clear of. Some of you may also need to see a counsellor or a therapist because you have relationship issues with food. I read something really interesting the other day that only 6% of people with eating disorders are underweight. And that's not to kind of shun people that are underweight, that might have kind of anorexia or bulimia. It's very, very important that help and support is given there. But there is a bigger number of people that are overweight with eating disorders, and I don't think from a media perspective it's really focused on from that perspective. So if you do feel that you have a complex relationship with your body and diet, address that, speak to a counsellor, speak to a therapist, get that referral from your GP, get that referral from your fertility clinic, and address it sooner rather than later, because it's only going to be beneficial for your health in the long run and your fertility treatment and your fertility journey.